When we talk about business credit cards, KeyBank is just a fantastic provider. They're a great business credit card issuer. And so into this conversation, what I want to do, I want to talk to you about KeyBank business credit cards, but I want to share with you a few tips, a few hacks, a few tricks that you need to think about when it comes to KeyBank business credit cards. Okay. And the good thing here is that you have an EIN option possible. So everything is possible with KeyBank. On top of that, you have a fantastic financial institution. So here are the steps I really want you to pay attention to. When you think about KeyBank business credit cards, first thing first, you need to understand that KeyBank is not a national player. They're like a regional player like Truist or TD Ameritrade or TD Bank, not Ameritrade. You have PNC, you have BMO. So those are regional players as opposed to the big national players such as Chase, Citi, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America. Okay. Now, when we talk about KeyBank business credit cards, the first credit card you want to think about is the Business Cash Rewards credit card. And this is a card that you want to go after if you are thinking about having a cashback business credit cards, because this card allows you to actually have a 2% cashback on purchases. So if you are in a business, if you have an LLC, you have a C corporation, you have an S corporation, and you want to have a pure cashback business credit card play, you want to consider KeyBank business credit card. Okay. Now this KeyBank, not business credit card, KeyBank business cash rewards credit card. And the cool thing here is that this card has unlimited cashback, no expiration, no categories. We love that a lot. We love the fact that there is no rotating categories trying to confuse the hell out of you. Everything is very simple. On top of that, you have a 0% APR for 6 months on purchases and balance transfers. So, you have this 0% there for 6 months. On top of that, so if you have a large balance you want to transfer, be my guest. And the APR is kind of decent too, though. The regular APR for purchases, you have 18.74% to 28.74%. So this is kind of cool. The cool thing we love about this KeyBank Business Cash Rewards is that you have a $200 bonus when this is a cashback when you spend $1,000 in the first 60 days. Okay, this is really good. And one thing I want to say about this card in general here is that you have employee cards at no additional cost. You have a $0 liability fraud protection. Well, we love the fact that you can redeem your cash back easily, because sometimes some business card providers, they actually like to complicate things for you, trying to really slow you down. But KeyBank is not doing that. They allow you to actually redeem your cash back easily. You just have to sign into KeyBank Business Online. Fantastic. And you can redeem your rewards as a statement credit or a direct deposit to an account of your choice. Let's talk about the second credit card, the second business credit card from KeyBank. We have the KeyBank Business Rewards. And when you think about this, this card is really great. It's great in the sense that you have generous points with no limits, no deadlines. So you can actually redeem points for statement credit, travel, gift cards, merchandise, and more. Okay, and you have the same sort of 0% intro APR for 6 months on purchases and balance transfers. This is really good. The only thing is you need to do the balance transfers within 60 days of account opening to qualify for the introductory APR. Okay, but there is a welcome offer where you actually get 100,000 bonus points, which is a $200 value on 1,000 again spent in the first 60 days when you have a qualifying KeyBank checking account. And so this is the card that you want. You want to go with the KeyBank Business Rewards if you're looking for rewards points. Okay. If you are in a business, if your C corporation, your S corporation, your LLC, your ALP, whatever you have, is looking to maximize the rewards in let's say for travel, for merchandise, for gift cards, and more, you want to target this KeyBank Business Rewards. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We love having this kind of conversations every now and then, and we are very happy that you have joined us so far. Fantastic. One thing we love about this KeyBank Business Rewards cards is that you can earn 10 points per dollar. That's 2% cash equivalent spent on purchases including gas, travel, restaurants, and telecommunications. On top of that, you can earn 5 points per dollar on all other purchases. So when you really think about it, this is really an all-in-one, very fantastic business credit cards from KeyBank. On top of that, we love the fact that there are no caps on rewards. Again, there are a lot of players, there are a lot of banks in this industry. They're placing caps on rewards, and so this sort of like slows you down. You want to spend, but you can't really spend because they have this sort of artificial cap. KeyBank doesn't have that. So if you go with a KeyBank Business Rewards, you basically have no caps on rewards, not a problem. So there is no limit whatsoever to the amount of rewards you can earn. So this is really good in terms of sort of unlocking, quote unquote, unlocking the potential that you can get from this card. I want to talk to you now about the third card here. That's the KeyBank Business. But by the way, before I do that, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about what? KeyBank Business Credit Cards. I mean, KeyBank has a constellation of business credit cards, but we want to focus today on 3 of them. They're really good. And so I spoke to you about the KeyBank Business Cash Rewards, the KeyBank Business Rewards, and now I want to talk about the KeyBank Business. And this card has no frills, no whistles and bells, okay? But the cool thing here is that you can use this KeyBank Business to actually build business credit. This is really cool. You can improve cash flow, for example. Okay, you are able to actually get your the same 0% introductory APR for 6 months on purchases and balance transfers within 60 days of account opening. This is really good. And after that, you have an APR that goes from 15.74% to 25.74% based on your creditworthiness. And you can manage anytime. You can manage the card anytime with the secure KeyBank Business account online. So what I'm trying to say here is that this card has nothing really interesting, but it's good if you want to build business credit. Because the card has no rewards, there's no cash back, there's nothing, none of that. So this is actually the lowest tier when it comes to KeyBank Business Credit Cards. But hey, listen, we know a lot of clients, a lot of business clients who actually started here. They started here, and after 6 months, they got upgraded. They have promoted to the KeyBank Business Rewards or the KeyBank Business Cash Rewards. So it really depends on how you actually play the game and how you actually manage your account. Okay. One thing I want to say here is that when we talk about the KeyBank Business, you just need to make sure that you pay attention to those like how you spend the money, whatever you charge on the card, and how much, because they give you access to a 99 or even more employee cards. But so you have and you have this at no additional cost, so you can actually set individual spending limits. You can view and import and even export employee expenses, and you can earn rewards even faster. The only thing is you make sure that you actually adhere to the guidelines that KeyBank has. So make sure you pay on time, and make sure that you actually you maintain a good credit score, both personally and business wise, with other players, with other lenders, with other credit card providers. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that if your KeyBank Business Credit Card is in good shape, is in good standing, but you're having problems elsewhere, KeyBank will penalize you. Either they will we have found instances where they reduced your business credit limits without even telling you, without even telling the cardholder, or they just basically will report your data to the Business Credit Bureau, and this could have an effect on you. So be very careful here. Let me give you a few pro tips here. So, boss, I want to quickly talk to you about KeyBank Business Credit Cards, and I want to really ask a few questions if you're trying to compare KeyBank Business Credit Cards, because the whole thing is I give you 3 business credit cards: the KeyBank Business Cash Rewards, the KeyBank Business Rewards, and the KeyBank Just Business. You got to ask yourself, right? Which one should I go after? The thing here is that you got to ask yourself, what are you after? Do you want cash back? Talk to me about that. Do you want rewards, like everyday rewards? You can convert into travel rewards or mileage, or like travel rewards or accommodation like hotels, or let's say you want to have gift cards, or you want to have dining. Like, this is really important. Okay, by the way, let me quickly again remind you of today's topic. We're talking about what? KeyBank Business Credit Cards, and I will explain to you real quick, like very soon, how to actually get this through EIN only. It's really important to understand that if you want to compare KeyBank Business Credit Cards, you got to look at special offers, You got to look at the APRs and fees. You got to look at the rewards. You got to look at the annual fees. Okay. You also want to pay attention to the protection benefits. But in all that, my question to you here is that what kind of relationship do you have with KeyBank? Like, how strong is your relationship with KeyBank? Because, see, we can just sit around here, everybody just talk about theoretically about how great a KeyBank Business Credit Card is. But if you have no relationship with KeyBank, you can't really take advantage of that. Don't let anybody razzle dazzle you, telling you, hey, listen, you don't need a relationship with KeyBank to actually enjoy their business credit cards. You do need to have a bank relationship. They are not going to deny your ass because you don't have a relationship with them, though. I'm not saying that. But what will happen here is that even if you are approved, the limit they will give you without a relationship will be lower than if you had a relationship with them. So this is just something you need to be clear about from the get-go, okay? And KeyBank is not the only bank doing that. All banks are doing it. I mean, they want to have a relationship with you. You know, for them to actually give you money, not give you money, to lend you through a loan or a business loan or a business credit card, they want you to actually park some of your cash with them too. It's just a give and take. That makes sense. And one thing I want you to really pay attention to, okay, if you want to apply for a KeyBank Business Credit Card with EIN only, I just want to clarify one thing. You can apply without an EIN. Like you could just apply for a KeyBank Business Credit Card the normal way, the traditional way. Like you apply online, or you just apply in the mail. If you get a pre-screened offer, right? You put your social. You got to put your social. But if you want to do things the right way with EIN only, you got to go to a branch. Don't do it online. You can't do it online anyway, because online, the algorithm is not made for EIN only application. The algorithm, the form online is made for as social security number application, even at the business level. So you want to go to a branch, and you want to bring all your paperwork. You want to bring things like your business, your tax ID, of course, that's your EIN, your legal business name and structure, your articles of incorporation, your business, your beneficial ownership, everything about your company's ownership. Okay, things about your business formation date. Okay, your LLC, the dates your LLC, LP, C corporation, S corporation, your nonprofit for that matter was formed, okay, and you want to think about your gross annual sales and net profit, because KeyBank is really interested in all that. See, what I was just talking to you about earlier when I said it's great to have a relationship with the bank. If you had a relationship with KeyBank all along, they would have had all that information. And you wouldn't have to provide it now that you wanted to get a business credit card with them, okay? So that's the business information they want from you. They will also want to get from you like your personal information, things like your date of birth, okay? They want to know your name, address, email, and phone, your role in the organization, and your personal income. And one thing you need to also understand here is that KeyBank will want to hear from you. They want to see from you a business credit card, not a business plan. Like before they approve your business credit card with EIN only, they want to have from you a complete business plan that has all the information about your financial projections. Okay, so KeyBank can really make an actual determination as to whether or not your business is a good profile. Let me give you the pros and cons here. Obviously, we are speaking about KeyBank Business Credit Cards, and I want to give you the pros and cons. So here are the pros. So you have potentially lower than average purchase APRs when compared to the competitions. You have a 0% APR balance transfer rate. Okay, but KeyBank is not really it's not really that much compared to other players. You have a maximum 6 months, but hey, listen, it is what it is. You take whatever you are given, right? That's what my dad used to say. You also have a 0% APR on new purchases during the first 6 months. Then you have a variable APR that goes from 15.74 to 25.74%. There's no annual fee. You have identity theft protection. You have travel assistant insurance, and KeyBank Business Card reports to multiple credit bureaus. We're talking about personal credit bureaus, but also business credit bureaus. Okay, so this is an important mention to actually have there. What about the cons here? Now, you need good credit to qualify for most credit cards, and KeyBank does not have a sign-up bonus, and they do not offer rewards or cashback on some credit cards. Okay, and there might be some foreign transaction fee of 3%, so you got to be really careful here. And you don't earn rewards on every purchase. Okay, and they do charge a 3% balance transfer on some credit cards. What's the point I'm trying to make here? The point I'm trying to make here is that you got to be really careful about what you need in terms of your business credit card at KeyBank. Okay, and if you cannot apply using EIN only, you're gonna have to make a decision at that point to say, you know what, I have tried, I have failed. I just want to have a normal life, whatever. I don't want anybody to check my credit score. If I cannot have this with a soft pull, then so be it. Okay, but this is a decision you have to make personally, and this is one thing you need to also think about in terms of the consequences. But overall, when you think about KeyBank Business Credit Cards, what we love here is that if your business operates in the same geography that KeyBank focuses on, that KeyBank covers, you will love the bank. But if you are in a different geography, then you might have some problems, because there are people who live and work and have their business in different geographies, but they still manage to bank with KeyBank. Let me share today's conversation. Let me actually end today's conversation by sharing with you some key extra information that you will love with KeyBank. One thing you need to really understand here is that KeyBank, when we talk about their business credit cards, especially if you want to have the best rates, you want to have the best APR, the best fees. I mean, not the best fees. Fees is not something to really invite, but if you want to have the lowest fees, you want to have around 650 to 670 FICO. Okay, the bank is kind of cool, but they want you to have a high FICO score. Obviously, if you have a low FICO score like 600 or 500 for that matter, you can still get a credit card. That's for sure. We have done it, not me personally, but our team has done this for several clients. Not a problem at all. But you have to. It requires more work. Okay, let's just put it that way. And so what we love about KeyBank here is that they will work with you. If you have the right relationship with them, they'll work with you. Okay. And depending upon your credit card setup, they do offer things like fraud liability, travel insurance. They report to major credit bureaus. So this is really good. And they're very, very, very diligent in reporting your data to credit bureaus. So this is really cool. And we're talking about, credit bureaus on the personal side, but also on the business side. So on the personal side, your data is reported every month to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. But when it comes to the business credit side, your data is being reported to Dun & Bradstreet, to Experian, and Equifax. So really, you with KeyBank, you have this professionalism when it comes to reporting your data. Okay, and if you want to apply for a business credit card from KeyBank, please just you want to visit the nearest branch. You can fill in the application form, and you can just basically apply online or apply over the phone. It really depends on you. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about KeyBank business credit cards, and EIN only option is possible. So in today's conversation, just to do a recap here, I spoke to you about KeyBank Business Cash Rewards, KeyBank Business Rewards, KeyBank Business. I gave you a few pro tips. We had a few pros and cons, and I give you a few extra information to sort of contextualize the whole topic. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.